All right, we are live.
Um, there you
Hello,
go.
family. Welcome to Roundtable Part 2 with our special guest, DHP. And we're going to let him take the lead, maybe do a little review, and we'll try to pick up where we left off last week. So, DHP, you can start bossing me around.
Okay,
What do you want me to do?
do me a favor. Click on the second deck.
The second one?
That's the second one. There we go. Boom. Let's just take them back to the map. Okay, so last time we did a little deep dive on this map, and we got a lot of juicy information related to this. So we're coming back to it, but I'll switch a few things around because look, now there's a cube involved, and the X is still there, but then there's a cube. So the reason why I want you guys to focus on the cube and the X because the X and the cube, they mean a lot. They mean more than we know. We've seen the X. Okay, for now, just drop whatever you believe the X means. Whatever it means to you, drop it. Okay, because as once I'm done with this, you're gonna see it differently. You're gonna see, okay, this is what they gave us. Well, this is what they wanted us to believe. But once you see the other side, you'll see it totally different. So let's start with the X of the cube. First one is the cube. Okay, so if you look at the cube, two-dimensional, 2D right there, boom. 3D, there you go, 4D, and on and on. It keeps going on. So what is a cube? A cube is a box. What do you do with a box? You put something in the box, something to contain it. In this case, it will be energy. What is the energy? Life force, right? So that's a Pandora's box. Did it originate from this? Maybe, we don't know, but we're gonna get to it. If you break the word Pandora, pan in Spanish is pan, which means bread. And bread is a symbol for life. Dora and Dorothy or Theodore means God's gift in Greek. And so you got Pandora, bread, life, God's gift. Just put two and two together. So looking at the cube as it expands, look at the images at the bottom, all of them. They all seem AI-ish, like AI software. Okay, there's life there, okay, but it's not God-given life. This is more like technology type of life. So next page. Here, if you look at each square or each cube as a world, something that is just one realm. Look at all the realms that connect to just one cube. All of them. These are cubes that go beyond our imagination. I mean, they all connect as one. And cube, okay, in English is cube, in Spanish is cubo, in Latin is cubus or cubus. Don't know how to pronounce it. So, and funny how incubus, cubus, same thing. Succubus, same thing. What is that? Stealing your life force. But this is done through sex. So look at the swastika. There's a video I've seen just recently about Hitler where he was collecting cubes. I think he only got about up to 664 cubes. He was missing out a few. Don't know how many. Maybe two to complete 666. Don't know. Maybe more. But the point is, he was missing cubes. Those cubes that he had collected them, he would complete his mission. What they say is that it has something to do with nuclear bombs, but that's what they tell us. Maybe there's something deeper. Maybe some portals, some realms, some openings, some ripping of the veil. We don't know. So when you look at the swastika, you can make out the missing cubes. And what does it make? A cube, a big cube. Next image. And this right here, the zeros and the ones, the patterns. So I asked the question in one of the round tables, are the numbers a representation of Father Creator? And you guys got that yes, they are a representation of Father Creator. But then there's patterns, not the 222s, not the 333s, or the 444s, certain patterns that make up the matrix. And this is what you get. Technological city, pretty much. Yes. And here, this is the difference between creation and AI. Creation is beautiful. It's freedom, it's life, it's expression. Software, AI, that's software data control. It's like a beautiful prison.
Yeah.
Okay? So do me a favor, go on to the third deck. Third deck. This is where we talk about the X. Yeah. Okay.
Back to the X, I think it was. Back.
There we go. Okay. So we already talked about the cube. Now we're going with the X. Okay. So look at the two circles. One is untouched. It's pure. It's not corrupted. It's not marked. Correct? Yes, it's not marked. That's wholeness because it's not been touched, not been perverted. But the other one with the cross or the X, however you want to see it, has been divided into pieces, 14 pieces. 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. That's the star down. The other one, 5 colors, 5 pieces, but it's unison. What is 5? 5, same thing, but it's the star facing up. And that's the 4 elements with the spirit. That's four in spirit. So yes, boom, star up. The other one, star down. So that's what I call DNA manipulation at the highest level. They did it to her before they did it to us. And at the bottom, look at just an example. I threw out the circle with the cube and the X, so you can kind of get the idea. If you connect them, there's a connection right there. So, and the cube, Saturn's cube. Here, this map right here, it's called the Jerusalem's map. I found this map out, say about 4 or 5 months ago. I didn't know what to do with it. I just kept it just in case. But now I see a connection. We'll get back to this because I'll ask a question. For now, let's just leave it there. Let's go with the O's and the X's. Okay, in Latin, the O is the letter 15. Same thing in Greek and in English. What is 15? 1 and 5 is 6. In English and Latin, the X is 24. What is 2 and 4? That's 6. XO backwards is ox. Ox, bull, Baal. Get it? Claiming earth for Baal. The X or the cross on the circle. Yes. Earth symbol. That's what they gave us. Okay. The Ankh, the key of life. But to who? It's to us or to the darkies. That's what they paraded all around. When you go to the churches, you see the popes and all that. They parade this symbol because they're parading their I guess their victory of the whale.
Mm-hmm.
See. Okay. So. Okay. That's the pyramids. When you're facing them from an aerial view, they look like a X and a cube. Okay, there you go. Boom. Nothing else. And on the pi symbol, it resembles the pi symbol. The symbol, yes. What else? This one right here, X. It has 2 meanings: death and elimination. You see it in video games. You see it in movies. Eliminate the target. Once it's eliminated, boom, cross it out with the X. X-ray, what does the X-ray do? Besides, of course, we already know now, it destroys the body, but it also makes it look like a skeleton, a walking skeleton, you know? So, and Rocco, my brother, he came out with this. He said that Yeshua was not crucified on a cross. It was more of an X. So that makes a lot of sense how they use this symbol, the X, and they throw it in our faces. In Chinese, their culture, 4 is considered bad luck because it connects so much with the X. So, and X means death in their culture. And this is me guessing, but I'm thinking X is connected to a realm called Astra, not Astral, Astra, which is the dark side of the astral. But we'll get to it later on. Mm-hmm. And this one is interesting. They did a study on every letter that's available, the frequency of every letter. As you can see, the X is all the way down. Same thing with the J and the Z and the Q. So you can find this online for yourself. So this goes with the X. Okay. Do me a favor now, take me back to the second deck. Yes, there we go. Okay, now let's go back. So see all of that. I said all of that because this is where the X, the cross, the Q, it all connects back to this. All of it. So, you guys have any questions?
Are you going to cover the CETUS also, or
just see if I go to that. Let's just do this, and then we'll jump to the CETUS.
Then go ahead if you want.
Okay, well, that's a 6 shows that you just said in 10 minutes. Right. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll have to slow it down and back it up just a little bit, one thing at a time.
Do you want me to start asking questions or?
Well, this, because everything connects back to this. So the questions will be here for this, because everything comes back to this. Okay, for example, let's look at this, okay? The equator circle inside the cube. Me and Rocco, we got that's the battleground for both the whale and the dragon. Can we start from there?
I mean, this is like as DHP was we were talking about this is kind of like where the heart expands out to, if you will, but yet it's also the central battleground of what they're trying to get. That central heart can't be touched.
No,
but the battleground is within that equator, and slightly outside, but mostly inside. And if you'll see that there's actually lands outside the equator and the box, we still don't know what they're meant, but they have something to do with everything also. Where there's just so much
well, that's part of the Enoch stuff that I haven't figured out yet, because I really think he talked a lot about the lands beyond what we can understand.
And speaking of Enoch, I had asked this in Dennis's show. I'll just bring it up again. That this map was actually rediscovered, by Urbano, whatever his name is. Anyway, long story short, I had asked if I had got a little download that this was actually Enoch's map that was passed down through Noah through the floods. Now, this may be a copy of that, maybe not the original. We did some questions on that, me and DHP, but it was we don't want to keep blowing people's heads away. It's like, there's just too much information. But this does have something here that it was rediscovered. It was hidden all the way through these lifetimes. And, like we could go into, the 36 teeth. One of the things we found out was during the time of Enoch and Noah, the days were actually 36 hours long. That's why the teeth are 36 teeth. And now we're down to 24. And we know in the end days that the time will speed up, growing that out there. But that's not, this is all surrounding just this map.
Okay, can we do a poll, Jen, if this was what Enoch originally saw, or the angels gave it to him? I mean, it's just but you guys wanted me to think outside the box, and you put us in a box. So,
the box we put you.
Well, I'm going to specifically say this is one of the points of view if he saw this, because I'm sure he saw it at all angles.
Exactly. That's an important point to make, that we're looking at a 2D version, and the thought process right now is 2D, but yet we've been pushing a 3D and a 4D and a 5D questioning. That's why we're leaving that alone.
Okay, so you're pulling, right, Jen? Okay.
Yes.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
That was a good presentation, though, DHP.
Oh, there's still part two. This is just like half.
No. But I got a couple questions that was on my mind.
Buckle my seatbelt up then.
I know, right? Let me get some extra caffeine in me.
Yes. Oh, sure. Ready.
Everybody fill up while Jen's pulling.
I imagine
Jay needs a coffee cup on a rope.
Well, I waddle when I walk. Just saying.
Do you weeble wobble didn't fall
real
down?
Quick shout out to birthday shout out to Deborah.
Yes.
Birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
I already wrote it in there.
Oh, did you? Okay. I just wanted to do it.
The answer is no. This is not the point of view that Enoch, he's on the ground when he's looking at this. He is looking at right there.
Wow.
He didn't do a bird's eye angelic view. He is on the ground.
That's more amazing. Wow.
Wow. Or at sea.
Yes.
This was strategically done, but all these cards are on the ground at our level. What we would see when we stand out on Gaia is what he saw.
What he saw.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Wow.
Now the
vision, right?
yeah, the
A vision.
seasons are actually in the teeth. Just so you know, that's another somewhere down the road.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a combination of that.
The equinoxes.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I
All
just
right.
want to make a note that when you had the circles up there and one was pure,
Yes.
I can't stare at the pure one for very long. It moves.
Too
I
pure for
can't-
your eyes.
The
It's-
pure one, right?
The one
Yeah,
with
the
the
pure,
teeth, the
'cause
one
it
with the
moves.
teeth moves for me.
Yes.
The one with the teeth always moves for me.
Yeah.
It's like it flickers. It's weird.
Oh, and make a note, a 3D note. Sorry, Rocco.
Uh-huh.
That Twitter, they just changed the name to X. I wonder if that ties in with this as well.
Also, the new disease X.
Mm,
The X Files.
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay, let's go to that X. I studied why is it unlucky number for number 4 in China, Korea, most places over there. Even in their buildings, they don't have a 4th floor.
Right.
Because X is she and the number 4 is she, so they sound similar. And
So
that's
kind of
the
like
only-
here, we don't have, they took out the elevator for 13.
Yeah.
Even though
Well,
13 is a beautiful number.
It means love. Yeah, they
Yeah.
took. Well, that's negative, but the number 4, the way they say, there's like 4 different words that sound the same, and they all sound like dead or death, and that's why they refuse to use the number 4. Hi, little man.
Locust.
Hey.
Locust. All right. Bye.
Gorilla here.
So there's something to that. There's something to that with the number 4 and the way it sounds. I already told you with my dialect, I could say something totally bad. It depends on how the dialect. So that's why they don't like the number 4.
Right.
Second thing is the Hitler swastika. Hitler swastika was taken from Sanskrit of peace and love and inverted, so that the energy can be drawn towards them. Not towards everybody else.
Right.
Mhm.
Actually, I can in China that Hitler sign showed up almost roughly around the same time.
And
It
yeah,
seemed- in Sanskrit and in China in their old language, it was very prominent, and it seemed to like all of a sudden here it is, and it was the same meaning, symbol of love. Yes.
yes. So that's what Hitler. We don't even know if it was Hitler. I don't know.
There are more rabbit holes to that.
There's a
than we
lot
don't
of
even
rabbit
really
holes of,
understand.
hey, I got an idea. Why don't we do this? And he said, okay,
Yeah.
let's do it. However, the cubes he was looking for, I believe, was the Metatron cubes.
And that's a whole nother.
That's another rabbit hole.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like there's such a vibration around this map shooting out everywhere. I mean, in all different directions, and yet it brings you back every time. It's like every time there's a rabbit hole, as DHP found, we were talking about, it comes back and it ties in. That's a unique thing about it. It's like creating a field. It's bringing you back almost in a loop, like, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? But even though you go down a rabbit hole, the rabbit hole always returns. So it's really bizarre.
Okay. And then regarding the pi that you use to find these circumferences, something kept drawing me to the Fibonacci scale. The Fibonacci scale is actually the nature code or God code. So you might want to look into that one, DHP. Fibonacci code is 1.62. It's half of pi, and the Greek symbol for it is phi, P-H-I. And it's something to do with everything going in the way we are, even a DNA helix, the shell of a conch shell, everything is attached to Fibonacci, even the Vesuvian man. So you might want to check, because maybe if you do phi on this, or Fibonacci code, you might find points where the energy is probably stronger.
And this X also goes back to some of the early Christian markings, where they have we'll just bring it up, just the halo behind the head. In there's an X throughout some of the old drawings. I'm just going to throw that in there because that's another avenue. The Greeks tried to tie it in with pi and alpha and omega. There's so much.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Okay, you also talked about the letters with the frequency.
Yes.
When did the vowels come in? Because remember, I told you on a couple shows back that Sanskrit was divided into Greek and Aramaic.
Right.
Aramaic Hebrew had no vowels.
Right. The Greek did.
The Greek did.
Yes.
But I noticed on your chart, I think it's AEI had high frequency vibration.
Yes.
So,
well, if you listen to the pronunciation of certain words and letters, that sound comes out.
Well, it's I don't know how it is in Spanish.
Okay, let's say Y. Okay.
Yeah.
Aisha. In the Greek, it's pronounced different. It's almost it's pronounced as an I almost, and it can be pronounced as an E. Okay. So it's the pronunciation. Don't fixate on the letter. It's more about the vibration of the sound, if you will.
Okay, and also I'm not sure in Spanish, but I'll say it in Portuguese. In English, our vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and in Portuguese, and I believe in Spanish, is A, E, O. Is that true, DHP?
A, E, O, U.
Yeah, so it's like a letter. It's like a letter off.
Right.
Hey, let's not segregate Y. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, sometimes Y.
Segregate Y. Okay.
How do you say Y? How do you say Y? Is it epsilon? How do you say Y in Spanish?
Y.
Yeah, not porque. Not porque, but Y.
Yes.
That was a.
It's longer than just Y. No, Y.
But I'm saying that it's really.
See, Nadia, let me say something. Okay, I was listening. What you're giving me, the definition of pi and all that, I get it. But mind you, we're here to ask questions as to what's the origin. Because you're giving me the good definition, which is good, but there's the bad definition. So we want to know what is the origin.
Hold on. There's a word that's Spanish. There's a Spanish word that Jen knows. Go, Jen.
No, wait. And then this ties back to the swastika. Yes, we get it. In Sanskrit, it was good. We get that. I'm not discussing it. I'm just saying that. But what is the origin? Who started it? Was it good first or was it bad first? Or they flip? I mean, there's so much. This is why we're here to question all that.
What I'm questioning is, I'm questioning why are we looking for bad if it's God's divinity?
Okay. It's not that we're looking for bad.
The way they.
It's not that we're looking for bad. We're looking at the symbols, the square, the X, and we're seeing what they mean to the baddie. So it's not that we're looking at the bad. We're seeing look at the symbols. Are they there? So because the symbols are there, and they divided it. They did this. They fractured and marked Earth. This is what it means to them. Now the question.
Well, I'm gonna. Let me interrupt just for a second and say this, that because my personal opinion, I understand where Nadia is coming from. Because we try to keep frequency high and not focus on all the nasty stuff. And sometimes the shows get away from us. I agree that we should concentrate on the positive. Where did it come from first, meaning from the divine, and then how the baddies manipulated it.
Exactly.
Right,
what did Creator intend?
Within this, you have the serpent and the whale. There was already a battle.
Matter of fact, can I take you to that?
I mean, hold on. You kind of have to touch on that as well. I get it, keeping the frequency understand, but we're just trying to understand that aspect of there are a lot of bad things associated, but there's also some very good things associated with it. But it's the understanding of both.
Okay,
they manipulate it, they use it.
Right, Jen, can you go back to the other picture that you just had?
DHP's got it.
Okay, so if
Yes.
you have the whale, and
Okay.
you have the serpent going the opposite, it's a yin yang anyway.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
harmony.
Right.
True.
So I think that neutralizes it instead of just looking at manipulation. I mean, I understand there is manipulation, but I would prefer to keep our frequency high, like Jen said, and look at the divinity, look at the beauty, look at how our awe was when we saw the whale. I mean, we can look at Hitler, we can look at this, we can look at that, but
Um,
Well,
what are
it's
we
just-
coming from it?
we're just throwing how
Listen,
these different things came
I'm
through.
looking for truth and origin. High energy. I get it. I'm with that too. I'm with that. But I want the origin of the truth. I want the truth. I want it out. If it's bad in the beginning, then just throw it out there. You know, it was bad in the beginning. If it's good, then it
look
was
at
good.
look at the celestial signs of Pisces.
Okay.
Pisces is actually symbolic of the whale and the serpent. It's the only zodiac sign that has two, but yet it's one.
Yes.
And this symbiote, this relationship of the whale and the serpent, if you will, or dragon, however you want to look at it, they're tied together just like yin and yang, but it's almost like a Siamese type of thing where there's a good, I mean, look at the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. There's a good and bad balance already there. So we're just, you know, like me and DHP, we've just been trying to understand all avenues, regardless of dark and light. But in this world we're at, it's the dark that has been manipulated. The good is always going to be there. It's waiting for you to receive it. You know, it's just like anything. God doesn't search you out. You got to find God. You know?
I want to say when I first saw this, I thought it said Cletus.
Cletus? Hey, King,
Yeah.
are you getting a download or are you okay?
No, I'm getting a headache.
Brought to you by.
I don't know if it's the third eye that's opening up or if it's just a headache.
Yeah.
All right, let me check it out.
Can I add something on this with the whale? Okay, so there's a constellation. Rocco sent me this. It's called Cetus, and it's both a whale and a dragon. So if you look at the face, that'll be the face of a dragon. If you look at the tail, it's the tail of a whale. So it's like a connection. They're connected, literally connected, one body. So this goes back to what Rocco said with the Pisces sign. One fish up, one fish down. But really, the real Pisces sign should have been the fish and the dragon. Whichever one's going down or up is up to whatever meaning you give. But that's the real symbol of Pisces.
Well, we have to find that to see if it is the real symbol, because for me, I mean, if you go by, and this is going off tangent over here, but every time we do moving into a new astrology sign, like we are in the age of Aquarius, going into Aquarius, but we've moved from Taurus or Aries to Pisces. It's going backwards for some reason, where Aries was the ram, Taurus was the bull, like in with Moses, and then you have Pisces with the fish, Jesus. So it's a symbol of fishermen and like a yin yang balance, harmony. So I don't know if it was dragon or whale. I don't know, but I know the Piscean represented Yeshua coming to Earth to change that time shift. And now as Aquarius comes, now we're looking at humanity, the pouring of the water. So I'm looking, and you also have to understand the opposite, and I think that's why Ophiuchus didn't come in yet, Jay. When you look at the opposite, Taurus's opposite is Scorpio. So instead of just being strong bullheaded, you were a Scorpio too. You were working on that. Pisces was Virgo, Mary. You know, so now we're Aquarian, and the opposite of Aquarius is Leo. So also humanity, loving others, you're also loving yourself. So I'm trying to fit all that into what we're seeing here.
And it's hard to expand it because we're trying to apply it to our world. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's a map, but it's the map is not just physical, celestial. The map is also spiritual. That's what we're finding out.
Exactly.
The map just isn't about our world. If we want to apply it to our world, that's one thing. But if we force our okay, like you said it yourself, the zodiacs are going backwards. Why? Okay, if they're
Maybe
true,
because our Earth is maybe
if they're
because
true, if they're
Yeah.
true, then shouldn't they go the other way? We're also showing how things have been distorted and twisted. So we're trying to get to quote truth and different things. So I mean, it's knowledge. It's not. We have to take the dark and the light, and we have to see the balance. We see that every day in our world. So, but yeah, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but we can't leave out some of these dirty little details either. And if we try to apply here's Joe, I'm applying my world to this map. That's not fair to everyone because see, we're trying to see what the map is telling us.
I get it. We're working together. I get
Right.
it. But when did that add on? Was it nefarious that added on? Was it the 13 families who was probably part of it, the other area of Adam and Eve? When did this all get manipulated? That's what I'm looking for.
I agree, and I don't know if that's gonna pop in here at some point. What I do know is that this map was hidden for centuries. Okay, we don't know where it was. In fact, at one point, I had a download that in the Bible, if you will, God made clothing for Adam and Eve. Okay, and there was something about part of the cloth that helped hide this map. Like, why? Okay, this is just what it gets, and I get a yes to it and pulled cards on it still. Yeah, again, there's so much into this. What is going on? All I keep knowing is that we need to look at it. We can look at it from a physical thing, but this is actually spiritual. I mean, I think even with all these teeth and everything, we could tie points, dates, wars, everything to this. It's almost like we could almost see this map as a crystal ball if we just knew how to tweak it and measure it. I really do.
I just got an image of a merry-go-round. Like when you see you're going this way.
Music. I like the music.
And one's going that way. That's all I saw was an image of that.
All right, where are we?
Okay, so with the questions,
I'll be right back. Excuse me.
Rocco, you had a little lamp. It popped in your head, connecting to the lamps, and that's something we could not figure out.
Right, and this was kind of plain as day. It was like we were talking about the constellation. It was almost like Mary had a little lamb. Okay, like we know that some of the celestials and some of the lullabies or stories have meaning. So Mary, if we look at Mary, Mother Jesus, the Lamb, etc., don't know yet, but it was clear as day that this popped into my head. And like when we talk to people about starting to listen to yourself and what you're being told, I can't discount something that I was given. So I automatically I said, wow, that's weird. Why is that popping into my head? And it was very strong. And my rods gave me a yes without even me asking it. And it's like, okay, we're just going to put this to the side. But there's something, whether it's the harmony, whether it's the vibration, it don't know. There's so much.
The nursery rhyme Mary Had a Little Lamb is based on Mother Mary and Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of them that have references.
Right, but when we started the constellation, there's also a constellation up there that if you switch the words around, it really is Maria or Mary. And so, and I had asked in this dive, okay, well, where was that constellation when Jesus was supposedly being born? Just too much. We're being pulled every
well, where is it next to Virgo? Because that's where that stands for.
Exactly. Yes.
Nice.
Excuse me. I'll be right back. Pardon me.
I'm going to draw cards and ask Spirit if they can tell me the intention of keeping this map hidden under skins. Why did they choose that? Maybe that's all they had, but Spirit will tell me. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Let me get this.
So, because humanity wasn't ready for it yet. Two of Swords. I don't. It doesn't really talk about. It just says why it was covered, not what it was covered with. I think that's actually irrelevant. Two of Swords says fear of the unknown. This is fear of it getting out. Just not knowing. Humanity was not ready. This map has the strength. Look at the lion. The strength of this for humanity had to wait until we could be reconciled with it. So now we have to figure it out. It's meant for our time. It was hidden for our time. It was specifically done that way. It wasn't meant to be studied until now.
Mm,
Is that awesome?
wow. That explains
Yeah.
the.
No pressure.
No,
Yeah.
no.
This
I have a
much.
question, John. I have a question.
Yes.
So we got that the whale and the dragon, they're connected. You know, Cetus, the constellation. So I guess one will be the face, the other one, like in the drawing, one will be the face here, which is the dragon. The other one, the tail. So
Mhm.
I'm guessing the dragon symbolizes the sun and the whale symbolizes the moon. Can you verify that?
Okay.
That's also on the outside of the what we thought was the whale
Mm.
on the outside of the map
Right.
is actually the whale and the dragon.
Oh, connected. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at the tail. Mm.
Hmm. Okay, Spirit. Talk about no pressure.
None.
Okay. Let's see.
I got pressure
In your head.
in my head
Still?
and it's pulsating.
Okay.
Okay. Ace of Wands.
I'll
Yes.
read your text.
Ooh.
And
What was the
then
question on that, Jen?
well, you word it the way you said it because that's the way I put it. You say what you meant, DHP, and then I will show you how I did it.
Okay, Cetus is the dragon and the whale. So
Cetus.
the face of the dragon will be the sun, and the
Right.
tail will be the whale. I mean the moon. So
Right.
yeah, there's a connection: sun and moon.
They-
Face
they-
and tail. Yes.
Yeah. The downloads. Okay, now my head hurts.
Ooh.
Okay.
Welcome
So
to my world.
You got an ace, which is a yes. Okay. This is a gift from the universe. Okay. They do. They're hand in hand. They're contractually meant to be together.
Mm.
And then I have the Wheel of Fortune. They said, now they're showing me this disc, and they said, and look at the map that we see on the screen. They said as it turns, it actually reshapes itself.
Mm.
As the world turns.
Yeah.
As
I throw
the
that in there.
stomach turns.
You know how they always tell me to use a certain deck,
Mhm.
depending upon the question.
Yeah.
And they chose this deck today, and I'm like, why? And
Yours
I
is
couldn't
not the
figure it out. I
question
kept
mark.
drawing, and they said, why do you keep drawing? You'll just look at the base card, because sometimes it doesn't always get shuffled in. Depends on how I do it. And the base card is the world, and you can see the yin and yang, and you can actually make it look like a whale.
Yeah, there it is. Wow, is that beautiful?
That's cool. Yeah.
That's the world card?
That's the world card.
I love that's beautiful.
Okay, another question, John. So Cetus, it means law and obey. I forget which language it was in.
Uh-huh.
So is this where the origin of the 12 universal laws came from? For this round, not for the other rounds, for this round.
Say that one more time.
Okay, the seed is the constellation. If you look at the word Cetus, but it's written different. It means law and obey.
Law and
So-
obey.
Yes. So Cetus is the constellation because it pretty much sounds like Cetus is the word, which is obey and law. Does that
Uh-huh.
mean that the 12 universal laws or however many laws there are out there, is the origin from Cetus, pretty much, the dragon and the whale, for this realm, not for the other realms.
Okay.
Yeah, I get a bizarre one on this. I get a yes,
Right.
and then it points east,
Ooh,
and it says yes, and it points east again.
look at
It
the map.
keeps doing it.
Okay.
Well,
Again, it doesn't always do that. It did that with me and DHP the other night, and it's doing it again on this specific question.
One of my epiphanies that I got was that we needed to focus more on pointing east.
Mm.
And I haven't put the pieces together yet, but they keep drawing me to east.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is east the map, or is it just part of the yin and the yang? Still up in the air, you know. Is it going to one side of the good, one side bad? You know, I mean, but either
Okay.
way, it comes to harmony at some point.
let me check something.
So,
No.
DHP, yeah, with Cetus, yes, absolutely. This is the law, original law and order, but somewhere this has been broken.
Mm.
Something changed. Oh, wow. Okay. But because humanity wants it back, it's coming. I think that's why it was meant for us to study it in our generation and time.
Okay.
We get a reset.
I was just going to say something like that. When you said broken, I like jumped on that. Like, there's two meanings to broken and fixing, or acting like it was fixed.
Who said broken? Jen, did you say broken?
Yeah.
That's what came to me. It's like
Yeah.
it was broken. So if the
Yeah.
original laws, that original constellation, yes.
Okay.
It's originality, its original form, yes, but somewhere something was broken.
Could I ask, could broken mean replaced? It seems to have like two meanings. I'm getting a yes, and then it's just dancing back and forth.
Separation.
Separated.
Maybe it's like a reset, like Jen said.
Well, remember we mentioned Kali Yuga.
Reset would be replaced. Yeah.
It's the reset.
Yeah, something. It's maybe they're trying to tell me multiple times. I don't know. It's very strong, whatever it is.
I'm trying to see east. You want east, north,
Well,
east, west. Yes. I wonder if
Wow.
see, the hard thing is this is applying a 3D to this map. That's the hard part. But it's how we have to come to an understanding.
Broken, reset. This is, and then I pulled trapped, stuck.
Yeah.
But then it advises us not to worry. Angelic subconscious is delivering it all. We are resetting it. We're responsible for resetting it, our energy, if that makes sense.
It does.
Well, okay. Let me know when you're done, Jen.
Yeah, I got to confirm what you're saying, Jen. It does.
Okay, I don't think it's going to happen on this density. We're going to experience this on New Gaia. Look,
But
this will
the
happen
start
on New
is the reason why.
Yeah.
Look at it as I wonder if reset is also transition. That's
like ascension.
Yeah.
That's part of
transfiguration. Something. Okay, let Nadia go.
All right. You remember I mentioned yesterday we are shifting Kali Yuga. So we are either destroying now to rebuild, like you said, something's broken. Well, it's the Kali Yuga shift that helps cause that yin and yang. And I believe it rotates to the east. I got to study up on it a little more, but I think this is what's going on.
I didn't get a yes or no on that, but I did get east. It went right to east one, whatever you were talking about. It won't give me yes or no. It's just pointing to the east and staying there.
Wow. I had a card fly out, and even though the picture is still, they make things move in it. It's turning to the east.
Okay.
Wow.
If you
Okay.
watch the motion. So when I see the card, it comes to life, and it was going to the east.
Didn't we mention on the last time or the time before that the north is now east
That it has changed.
because of the shifting of the
Yeah.
polarity? I'm gonna have to look at that
All
one.
right, where are we at? Who's next? What's up?
Okay, two questions. I want to tie
Uh-huh.
these together. Okay, so the frequency chart shows that the X is one of the lowest vibrations. So I just want to verify that.
Okay. X is the lowest
Well,
vibration.
no, one of the lowest.
One
Not
of
the
them.
lowest, one of the lowest.
One of the lowest, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that pretty much does it for me in X-Men.
Yeah, I get a strong yes to that.
Mm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, I'm getting a yes. Yep.
That's why they do Xmas instead of Christmas.
Bingo.
Bring it down. Yep.
Is that why
Yeah.
Twitter went to X?
I used to run X Country. Is that bad?
Mm.
Wow.
We kind of touched on that. I'll do it after Jen. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is more for the chat.
It's negative. It steals energy. It's negative energy. Absolutely. Wow. The moon card comes in. I wonder if it causes illusion or disillusion. Confusion.
Mm.
And then I pull the death card. It changes something. The X is not good. And think about all the letters that they use for references, modern day or TV shows, that kind of stuff. They use that X.
The
Can I
movie
jump
series?
on a question for that?
Right.
Is that X symbolizing if you cross that, the ley line energy goes too? You know how we have energy ley lines? I wonder if that was the intention.
I get a no on that.
I didn't think
it's
that
swaying.
ley
It's
line
swaying.
energy could die.
I don't. It's not that it's not there. I don't think it really. The question's not proper.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like
No, I know. I got to reword it.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
use
figure it out.
proper English, please.
You know, no English.
Pronunciation.
Without the letter X.
DHP, do you mind if I mention that about Q, or should we
Yeah,
leave that?
just no. First, let me connect the last
Okay.
question with the X because this is
Okay, we'll do.
this is all a grenade. All right. So, John and everybody, okay. So Rocco got that Yeshua wasn't crucified on the cross that we know as a cross. It was on an X.
Right.
Let's verify that,
Right.
please. Because that will connect with the X again.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. And so was Matthew.
No.
Only he was upside down.
Yes.
Well, I got an immediate strong yes to the
Ooh.
X for
Yeah,
cross.
I've known that for years, but let's see what the cards say.
Okay, now I can reword that X. I got it.
Can you now?
The cards will tell.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep, these are all confirmations. Yes. It was the X. It was contracted. It was supposed to be that way. It had to be that way.
Ooh, whoa.
Okay.
Okay, Rocco, before you ask the Q, just one last question, okay? One last question. Okay. So X in Greek is pronounced she, right?
She,
Or chi,
which
or
is the number 4.
which is the life force. Because it's pronounced chi instead of X, does it change the frequency?
That's also in Portuguese. The X is she.
Yeah.
I get a strong yes to
I
that.
get a
Yes,
yes on
it
that.
does.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Yeah. I get a yes on the rods too.
Interesting. They keep downloading this Jesus on the X. that they had to be that way. And I said, well, why? What is the purpose? If X is death, and they said he had to do it in order to start a new journey for humanity to make it.
That's perfect. That's
So it's all
what I'm going to say. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, that kind of ties into what I was going to say. Is it okay to go ahead with that,
Let's
DHP?
go ahead,
Well,
please.
I
Go ahead.
have
absolutely.
I have that X question that I have to
Okay, go ahead.
rephrase.
You do
okay.
it.
You
go.
said, Jen, that it steals energy. Is like the Vatican on something that's connected to an X with the energy of Mother Gaia? It's stealing energy.
I get
Like-
tunnels.
Yes, the tunnels crossing the ley lines.
Yes.
I get a yes on that. I get a yes on that.
Okay. I had to rephrase it.
And the weird thing is okay, they're showing me the Vatican, and then they're bringing me way out. So it's like,
It's
yeah,
taking
you're right.
it to
Yeah, it's taking look above and see down.
it's taking it to somebody
You're
else.
correct. They said only one card in it. And as soon as Rocco said it, I saw it in the card. The Ace of Wands, and they said follow the water. Now, if you look under the Vatican, there are 2 tunnel systems, and it forms an X. One goes to Israel, one goes to China.
There you go.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Interesting.
they were doing a lot of their nefarious things under the Three River Gorge thing.
Yeah.
And because they were pointing at the water. Water. It's all connected.
Okay, go ahead, Jay.
Well,
I'm
that
sorry.
means where
Okay.
would it come out in Israel as far as water?
Does it
Jordan?
go into? Well, you know, the Dead Sea is drying.
Well, that's true.
Jordan River is drying.
All right, well, here's an interesting 3D tie-in, if you will. Okay, the Q is actually, I think, the lowest frequency. Okay,
You?
Q.
Really?
Yeah. Now think about this. You have the Q movement. Okay, now don't look at this as low frequency, but when you resonate with a frequency of like a glass, like when a singer sings and shatters the glass,
Yeah.
before the glass shatters, it's excited, it's vibrating because you're hitting that resonance. So when you come to quote the Q movement, they were exciting the people. Do you see what I'm saying? They were resonating with, even though we look at that low vibration, but it made sense in the world that it was about vibrating that movement to bring it up, to excite it, not to shatter it, but to bring that low frequency up. So if you hit, let's say, the Q note, and now it'll resonate. And now if you hit it higher, it will shatter. But each letter has its own resonation, just like each substance does. So I think there was a very good point on the 3D aspect of Q being named Q, X being named X. It's to excite. It's to get you excited and get you moving, get you thinking. That's what I had got. Like, and okay, for me, 3D downloads, it doesn't happen, but I got a strong yes to that. And if we look at that as the lowest part of the scale only goes up from there. I mean, there's something to that. So just throwing that out there, see what you guys think about it. You know, because really we didn't start truly around that time of the awakening. 2018 is kind of a 17-18 is kind of a thing when a lot of this happened to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And think about that vibration, the excitement. Is that something that launched us forward? You know
Yeah.
what I
Me,
mean?
me
I got
personally,
that at 2011.
Well, you were first class, okay, you know.
yeah.
Well, I'm always
Yeah.
first class. You know?
Yeah, see, mine started way before that Q stuff was. I was studying the
Right.
constellations and realized it was telling a story, and that's what got me
Right, but
excited.
hear what I said. This was for the Q, for the normies.
Yeah. Well,
That's
see,
bringing them up, and I don't mean to downplay everybody, but when I used to be the Trump supporter, I used to be the truther,
yeah.
and that's all gone away. So, either you stay in that vibration or you get excited and you move forward. But
Yeah.
I think there was a start to jumpstart that resonation, if you will, that excitement before it breaks.
I can't believe I was a late bloomer for this thing, but anyway, mine was 2020. Anyway, Q equals 17,
Yeah.
which you equal that out to be 8, which is more of abundance and prosperity. So I wonder if that's what helped it resonate. To me, it's stronger. More people, more abundance, more
Right.
waking up.
Hmm.
So they could have started people waking up and shining their light and doing a spiritual journey.
I'm to the point I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's just tired, and I'm just following my creator. That's why
Yep.
I agree with King yesterday. Don't follow dates. Don't do any of that
Yeah.
stuff.
No.
Just, keep your faith. And
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Work within and keep your
So,
faith. Exactly.
I have
all right,
another
DHP wants us to shut up. So,
Good.
okay.
Good DHP.
Oh, no. I just want to bring it back to this map. Okay. So
Okay.
earlier I was talking about the X and the O's. One is I think it's 15, which is 6. The other one is forget which placement, but if you had the letters, it also equals 6. So OX, ox, bull, ball. So I just want to verify that if they marked it the way they marked it with the X and the O, that was for them to claim it for ball, Earth, claiming Earth for ball.
Okay.
So can you guys verify that?
Okay.
Sorry, I had to switch my screen. My chat is going nuts, like it's just jumping around. So I can't see the chat. My apologies. I get a yes, but it's a yes that's like keep going, keep going. Yeah, it's the point. It's not. It's keep going. It's, not just something more to it, but like expand. That's what I get.
So that's what their intention was. Is that what it is?
Yes, their intention.
Their intention. So I wonder what yin yang it did the opposite.
Dennis, what'd you get on that?
For Baal.
Yeah, I got a yes.
Okay.
I have a yes too, but we're missing something.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I got
only
like a
here
more to it.
on Gaia. You remember we've said a lot recently, as above is below.
Mm-hmm.
It still has something to do with the stars, because there's your star card and strength. You're onto something. So yes, that's correct here on Gaia, but we're supposed to look up too.
Yeah.
Don't look up.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, that movie. Don't look up. They don't want us looking up because it tells the story.
All right, Jen, do me a favor. Take us to the first step. Yeah, let's finish it off with the first step.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Beautiful.
Believe it or not, I'm getting a headache myself right now.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's a lot.
Welcome to my world.
no, we're speeding it up. Okay, so well up, well down. That's the Pisces sign. Remember what we got with the dragon and the whale. So one should have been the dragon, the other one the whale, instead of 2 fishes. Pisces, yes, right there. Okay, so
Okay.
I asked Rocco when we were deep diving this. Out of all the signs, is the Pisces sign? Is there something special? Why they chose that? Because
That's the fish, right?
yes, Pisces, the 2 fishes, the 2.
Why did they choose it? Named it Pisces?
No. Why did look at the map up? There's an X and a cross. If you look at it,
Yeah.
one fish is up, one fish is down. So that's Pisces. So
Well, because that's Yeshua's symbol, because he's the fisher of men.
The Fisher of Men. Yeah.
no, but I was wondering if there was something else, something we don't
Oh,
know.
if there's more to it than that? Okay.
Yes, that's what I was asking for.
To me, it feels like
Just keep swimming.
timing. Almost like Jen was saying, this map's coming out for a reason. How we're doing it, timing for us, this realm. Okay. Like in my thing, okay, I got that there was a 36-hour day, a 24-hour day, and at some point, as time speeds up, just look at the hands of your clock. They only go to 12. In the olden days, they actually went to 24 on the first clocks. They didn't have this 12 and we'll just go morning, noon, night. No, they actually had 24 hours. So there's something to that.
Ooh.
Military
Spirit.
time.
Okay, Spirit. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so
Yep.
you're not going to get the answer. Here's what they said. You're still there's something still we're left out in the cold here. There's still some secrets, and they said keep going, search for the truth. They're not going to tell you.
Keep swimming,
They're
swimming.
making us
You
work
gotta,
for
yes,
it.
Keep swimming, swimming.
Wow.
I was going to do the
Okay.
Titanic. Keep looking. Keep looking.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
All
So
right.
back to the X. There's a planet called X, Nibiru, I think that's what it's called, right? And
Nibiru,
it's
yeah.
outside of this realm. So by marking Earth with the X, are they connecting that planet to this planet? Even though there's two different realms, but the X is connecting both of them.
I think that's what their plan was.
Yes.
I don't,
Mhm.
that was their plan, but no.
I actually got a straight yes on that very quick. Sorry, I might go into a coughing jag. I'll try and mute myself. Pardon me. No headache, though. And no animals were hurt during the filming of this.
Oh yes, no, none. Only the cameraman.
Yes. Only camera.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Wow. Something not. Oh, different density, different
Is-
hole portal. The reason I say that is because we're here, it's there. Even though I know that Planet X is in our density, but I don't think it's the one they were. Okay, that's messed up because I don't like that. I think it's a manipulation. The one that's here is negative. Okay. The one that's in the other density in the other realm with that two of wands is positive. That's actually New Gaia.
Mm.
That gave me the heebie-jeebies.
So
I'm like,
the Nibiru is in our density as of now, the 3D density?
Our density and this nasty, ugly density that we're fighting to get out of is
Wow.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one
Okay.
that's in the other density is actually New Gaia, but they're manipulated the name of it. They're not showing us something.
Okay. All right. That's almost like them saying the New Jerusalem and then there's a starship, the New Jerusalem. You know, it's a manipulation.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to ask this question. Sorry, Nadia, I don't want you to get mad. Okay,
I'm
I
not
wanna know.
mad.
No,
I'm
no.
open-minded. I swear I am.
I'm only asking because I want to know. Okay, and
Okay.
I feel like I need to pull the mask off if needed to. So the cross and the X, are they the same?
The cross and the X, are they the
Yes, are they
same?
the same? Just one, no, changed a bit, but
Hey,
they're the
DHP,
same.
while you're asking that question, can you go to that letter frequency page?
Oh, that's another different deck. That's another different deck.
How's the frequency of the T on that?
Yeah, I was going to
Actually,
say, then
T
what's
is
the
actually
frequency
high.
of T?
Oh no, the T is actually high. Now that I can think about it, but I mean the X, the way it's formed here. Okay, look, the X just rotated a bit, but it's the same, I guess, symbol. The T, at least with the T, you got one long stick sticking out.
Yeah, but I'm getting.
Mm.
Look at the T. Look at the T.
Mm.
So I
Well,
wonder if that
T
was
is
a
high.
good vibration
Oh, the
instead
T
of.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's high.
Yeah. I'm actually getting look at the whole. Like, okay, the round is an O, so to your X it's an O, but I get a yes to the X, but it doesn't mean anything without the O. It doesn't mean anything without the whole. I don't know what that means, but
I was laughing. I was laughing because I went to the sepulchral church where Jesus supposedly was crucified, and when you said look at the hole, there was one hole. It wasn't.
I can explain that. I can explain that.
Yeah.
The whole, okay, the whole is not what we have. It is okay. It took so much energy to push that across as we perceive it, up and then down. Okay, actually there was always one hole, but it was to put the long end of the cross in the hole, and it stayed as an X. That way the quote crucifiers or the guards didn't have to lift this thing up. They actually flipped the person on their face and stuck it in the hole and then flipped them up that way.
Okay, because there was one hole. That's why you laughed.
Okay, so the X and the cross, you're going to find this interesting. They're saying you should emotionally get excited. We're about to learn something new. That they actually go together. Okay, this is about balance. There's energy balance here. Now I want you to pay attention to her necklace around her neck. Can you see that?
Yeah.
No.
It's the yin and the yang.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Okay. One destroys the other. The cross destroys the X, or vice versa.
Okay. They cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here you go. Pisces. Nadia, earlier you were talking about the Pisces sign and all that.
Yes.
Look at the pie.
Yeah.
Mirror. It forms the Pisces sign. Just thought I pointed out. Interesting. Oh, another question. Okay, so when looking at the Pisces sign, it rotates right. Right is what we got is destruction. Left is creation.
Yeah.
So this is purposely done. So by having the sign this way, is that actually working?
Well, that's the yin yang. One balances the other. You can't have bad and good.
The rotation itself is right, which is destruction. So there's no creation. It's just
okay. I mean, the only thing I could say is, you know how we say we're going through that polar shift north to south and all that? So does that causing destruction or is that causing creation? I think it's now causing destruction.
I'm going to throw a monkey wrench in here.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
When I look at it, I see the Eye of Horus.
Oh. Well, I got something for you. We're gonna hit you with the Horus. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. See, it seems like there's a power. Okay, if you look at the pi symbol and the early symbol up and down, and if you look at the two fishes side by side,
right?
Okay, there is if that's represented a certain way, it's giving a certain power density to it as well. I understand what you're saying as far as the Eye of Horus. I do, because as soon as you said it, it was like something about that's right. I'm getting a yes to it, but is there something to do with the position? I don't know. It feels positional. If you position it one way, it means something, destruction or creation. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's left or right, but it's okay. We're seeing it from a 3D perspective, or if we look at it from the bottom, it would be going left. You know what I mean? So if we look at it from bottom up, what's turning right from you looking down for me is turning left. I think it's perception on this for some reason.
That's funny. Could it be above is destruction? I'm sorry. Well, maybe we're below is destruction, but above is creation. Like you said, different perspective.
I think we lost Jen.
I think we did. I'm like, how did we get 4 people now?
I think her internet dropped again.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. She said, keep talking.
Okay, so
keep on talking. Keep on talking.
So do you understand? It depends on the view. So as we're getting destructive, maybe the new guy is getting created.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. Okay, for death for some is life for others.
Exactly.
So maybe that's in this time that we're trying to figure out this balance. It all seems to come down to balance of understanding for me. Mm-hmm. Okay, give me an example. A lot of people will say, we are one. Okay, I agree with that. But at the same time, our journey's individual and different. So how can we be one if we're on our own journeys? I think we meet and become one at some point, but I think our journey is individual. We're not one here. Because,
No, but
well, hear me out. We've seen what a hive mind can do to the world, whether it's Trump bad or Trump is the savior. The hive mind is not good. So that's what I'm getting at. This is just something I keep getting to come. It's trying to balance itself somehow.
no, it's funny the way when you said that, because first of all, I see us all as ampules in a pomegranate. But it's funny. I came to that conclusion. It doesn't say we are all one, but we are one. So
right. I think that applies to this realm. I don't think it applies to our spirit.
but we're all okay. So as we are, what do we want to say? Spirit of the Creator. Okay, we're children of God. If we say it that way, we're all here experiencing all different types of spiritual experience, so we can come up and then be one. I think that's how that means.
I agree with that, but when you say we are one here, I don't think it applies here. It does to a point, but we can't get to a hive mind. We can't get to a hive spirituality. I think it's like when we get to that realm, if we're blessed to be there, that's a whole nother, like those little boxes DHP had connected there.
Yeah.
Now you're getting the, hey, check this out. Wait, do you see what's happening here? It's totally different,
Yeah.
I want to get on this Ra and Horus thing. Jen brought it up. So, looking at the eye, look at the eye. They gave us the eye, right? The eye of Horus and Ra. See, they could have given us a regular eyeball just to say, okay, this is the eye, we are watching you. But they gave us Ra, Horus, specifically designed like a whale. Look at the down at the bottom left. The eyebrow is the ocean. The whale is the eye. The heart is the iris. And the spiral, which is creation, look at that. It's there. And that's pretty much the whale, just in the eye form, I guess, specifically designed. Now, Ra and Horus, once you put them together, that's what it looks. Here's the funny thing. When you flip this sign upside down, this is what it looks like.
Yeah,
there you go. The eye of Horus, the eye of Ra, upside down. And that's an entity that it's a real entity in the astral realm.
I just saw the connection.
Yes.
You just saw Mark Simpson.
Marge there. She's a shadow in the eye. That's so.
So this is what me and Rocco got, okay, about this entity. It's actually one entity acting as two. And he wears a hat in the astral. And here in the 3D, people there, especially back in the day when they used to wear hats, top hats, those used to come with Mercury, or I guess the bad Mercury type. And that would drive them mad, insane. That's what the Bad Hatter phrase came from.
Yep.
And you can see online people telling their stories about meeting the Hat Man, a dark entity with a hat. So
why would they put Mercury? I don't understand that part. Was that part of the? Jay.
Yes. Mercury. What Mercury did to the hat is look at the top hat to the left where it says channeling device.
Yeah.
You see how it's shiny? What that did was that actually treated the pelt to become shiny and create a sheen. But in addition, it gave it some waterproofing. Okay, so it would keep its shape, and the Mercury itself would keep the shine. But that's where the Mercury came into it.
Okay, I want to know who's making fun of the Simpson. That's my maiden name.
Hey, look at the eye. Look in between the eyes. It's Mark Simpson. I'm telling you. Look at it. And so we know the Simpsons.
I saw it right away. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi, Schneider.
Let's go. He didn't like the hat story.
Wonder if that's how the show predicts everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Some kind of tie-in.
John, we got you back. So please verify this.
Okay.
The Eye of Ra, the Eye of Horus, they give it to us as two different individuals. One controlling the moon, the other the sun. But in reality, they're two. They're the same entity.
Yeah.
Control, like deceiving in the background. It's the same entity. Can you verify that?
Okay.
Yeah, I get a straight yes on that. That's me. Dennis, anything?
No, I'm concentrating on something else.
You all right?
Yeah.
At least it's not the eye of Toth. Okay, see?
Thank you. See, it's automatic.
Barf.
It's just right there.
Dennis just jump in just to spit.
Exactly.
Just a spit.
All right, you can check out again, Dennis.
Yuck.
That's funny. I came back to.
Wow.
We're at like an hour and 15 minutes if we want to start doing chat questions too.
Okay.
Wow.
Is there anything new on this DHP we want to grab onto real quick?
Yeah. I got a follow-up question.
Okay.
Do
That's
we
all.
even have questions?
Because now I have to ask
Yes,
about
we
the
do.
laws. The laws that they were given to us, the universal laws. If they were given to us by these entities, then that poses the question, the laws.
All right, okay, let me throw a ringer in here. One of the things that I've always had issue with is, okay, the Torah. Okay, they never called it the Torah's laws or God's laws. They always called it the laws of Moses. And everything about that screams man to me. With that being said, I feel that same thing here. I'm trying to push ego aside, but it's just, to me, it just reeks of man. I don't know why, like whether the darkness tried to, or the accused tried to take this over and hide it. Everything seems it's a deception, and it just reeks of man. That's me.
Okay. All right. So your eyes, Ra and Horus, they go together. Okay. All right. Put them together. The deep state does not want you to see what they are when you're brought together. And then the divine comes in. I kept getting stabbed in my third eye. And because I brought, I know. Speaking of, I pulled the world card. Well, they had told me to change the deck. And guess what came in? And guess what I have to do again?
Sideways.
Hey.
Nice.
I love it.
You reminded me of the great Karnak when you did that on the forehead. That was great.
Yeah, but she didn't answer the question.
I know.
So she didn't ask the
Go ahead,
question.
go ahead.
Okay.
Karnak the
So-
Magnificent.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the eyes for the deep state, okay? For the deep state, this means the way they see things for them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If the blindfold would come off, we would start looking through the eye of the whale, okay? There's a huge
you go.
difference.
Bingo. Yeah.
There you
Does
go.
that make sense?
Resonated. Yeah. That
And I
was
kept getting
Right.
stabbed in the third eye, and I said, because
Yeah,
ours is
exactly. And
activating.
I'm getting eye of Horus as a pineal gland.
The eye of Horus is the pineal gland of what? Of
Yes.
the baddies or of the whale?
No,
It's been
our
manipulated.
pineal.
So, Jen, you remember when
It
I told you
represents.
I have to look into the eye of the whale?
Yes.
So that's what that meant. That's kind of cool.
Okay, so follow-up question. The universal laws that were given to us by, who were they given to us? By Ryan Horrors, right? No? Yes?
What, the universal law?
Yes.
Who
I
gave
think
the
we could tie
universal
them
law?
to them,
Us.
yes. Emerald tablet, yes. I think
All
you
of
could
that.
tie it to
There's it's actually a bunch of different ones.
Right.
I agree. I'm getting a yes on that, but I think the
But they all
earliest
go back to these
are
guys.
banned.
Yeah.
So were they to manipulate because they come from these guys? Even if they didn't create it, but they enforced it, they put it out there like, okay, repetition. You guys got to believe this. So those put the laws into question, like walls. Law backwards is a wall. So that makes a lot of sense. That's why I can never connect with those laws.
Yeah. I mean,
Gaslighting.
I agree.
Yes.
But I have ego on this. I'm trying to push it aside. I'm getting a yes. I don't resonate with those laws myself. But I'm getting a yes. It's soft, but yes. And I think I'm fighting my ego on that, honestly.
Well, I think that the true laws that are given to us by Creator, just morality. We all have a moral compass inside of
Yes.
us.
Mm.
And I think those are the laws that I generally just fall under.
Yes.
I don't really think because man-made laws are just they make me
Right.
throw up. I don't agree with them.
It's interesting because me and DHP, we were talking about that, and he brought up the internal morality.
Yeah.
Like it's built into it. It just tying in what you just said. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's in our DNA that comes from the Creator. It's like you automatically know.
It's within you. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
That's the Christ
Yeah.
consciousness that we're born with,
Hmm.
that we are trying to heighten.
And so that's why religion kind of stifles you, so
Exactly.
you don't understand to get into Christ consciousness.
Jen, real quick,
Yep.
could you pull the second card down on your deck that's just sitting there?
The second card.
Second card. 1, 2, just the second card.
No, not that one. The other one.
Not from the bottom, from the
And
top.
you don't,
Bang.
you don't want me to.
It's
You don't want
well,
me to
I
read
think the
third
first card
camera.
applies to the second card. I don't know. They're just telling me second card, so go with it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Wipe off your wall.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
Okay.
See, he's the laws. See that?
Is that the death to the laws? Is that what that means?
You said something
Correct,
interesting
is-
though, that
is
the
at the
first
end of
one, the
Yes.
second one, and the first one that they go hand in hand. Okay, I pulled the second one. This is the one that it goes hand in hand with. That's the Wheel of Fortune to reverse death.
Oh,
Now, who says that the Creator doesn't have a sense of
Oh,
humor?
yeah.
oh, he has
absolutely.
the humor.
I just hope I can spit when I get there.
He's gonna have dry mouth before the
Mm.
end of the show.
Get it out before you go in these gates here. You hear me?
Yeah, when you go in there, the Creator will have a bird mascot just to play with you.
So that's a yes. Those laws are there to deceive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. You hear
Yeah.
that, Nadia?
What was that? Did I get it?
Did you get it?
Yeah, I mean, I get.
I already
some
know
laws-
what's within you.
I
I
get
just
some laws can be good.
Which
Some people need to be told what's right and wrong. I understand that.
yeah, especially NPCs.
But
Jeopardy.
and
Well, you wouldn't think that you shouldn't have to tell somebody, don't murder
Exactly.
somebody.
Exactly.
Okay, but
Murder
if
bad.
you are being influenced by movies and TVs and commercials, Tom and Jerry, that is brainwashing what you have within yourself.
Okay, but just like Wile E. Coyote, I know he always loses, but he ends up crushing himself into a wall, and yet he gets up and walks around. I don't believe that.
Yeah, but
Well,
I'm just
well,
saying
slightly
you're talking
flat,
about
but yeah.
other people. I mean, I've learned never order from Acme ever. But-
I would
Especially
actually buy
dynamite.
from a company called Acme. I'm just saying. Because at
wait,
least they
wait,
were
wait.
made well.
There seems to be a little confusion. I wasn't talking about the commandments. I think you guys are talking about the commandments. I was
No,
talking
we're
about
talking
I was talking about laws. Yeah.
universal
even
laws.
the
laws,
commandments, if you go
Yeah,
by
that's-
the commandments, it's the
Right.
same thing. You
Universal
should know
laws,
that
yeah.
automatically.
But in general, laws,
Yes.
I think, as much as I hate them, I think they're needed. But the universal laws, I've said that before. That is not something in my vocabulary. I don't see them.
Well, I mean, I hope there is some kind of universal law that says baddies can't come here and attack us. I mean, if we are the light, I mean, there is some type of agreement which could be considered a law, but laws can be broken, laws can be adjusted, laws can be manipulated. However, whereas us as a soul, we have everything we need within ourselves.
I agree. And see, I look at like commandments as, okay, these are things that you don't want to go past, but you can still be redeemed if you do them. But they're the simplest of things. Okay, the Torah has 613 laws handed down, if you will. Even all these other religions have laws within the books. I mean, I don't think God, that something would come from God would tell you how to wipe your butt and with what hand.
Well,
Okay.
it's just like we just need to remember Yeshua's main law. Just love yourself, love
Yeah.
God, love each other.
Exactly. That's the I mean, I was going to say George Carlin's skit. 10 commandments went to one commandment. However,
Or
was
this-
it the Essenes who were the ones who started cleanliness rituals? I mean, it's
Yes.
rituals. They're not laws. They're rituals.
Right, but see, they're dictated as laws. That's what they're listed as. They're laws. They're not listed as commandments. They're listed as laws. That's
I
just
get
it.
rules.
When
Well, okay, if that's the case,
commandment,
rules,
it
laws,
changes, no, it
whatever.
changes
Different.
they change the rule, the words in the Aramaic and in the Hebrew. One commandment means it's like a law, but it's not a hard law. And then there's these laws that can't be passed.
Let's just say it like this. You could say laws, you can say rituals, you can say commandments, you could also say free will. So feel what you feel in your gut. If you feel it's real, it's real. If you don't feel it's real, it's not. But it's all within us, what resonates with us.
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
So DHP, what's on the screen now other than Marge Simpson's head? Is this where you were going with the hats are supposed to form
Yes.
and look
No,
like
no,
that, like the Abe
see,
Lincoln hat kind of thing?
going back to here. I was explaining you were away.
Okay.
See, when they gave us the eye that sees
Mhm.
all, they could have just given us the eyeball, which symbolizes the eye that sees all. But they went ahead and they decorated it. Look at the design. If you look
Yeah.
down, there was the design is there. The eyebrow will be the ocean. The
Mhm.
eye itself, the way it's designed with the eyeliner, that's the whale. The iris is the heart, and the spiral, which is creation. There you go. So one is the eye of Ra, the other is the eye of Horus, and there's two spirals.
Right.
Left, right. One is creation, one is destruction.
Can I
And one is moon and one is sun. So yeah, that was just connecting the dots and see how that connects with the whale. Because everything goes back to the whale. Everything.
Can I have
Okay.
So
yes or no
that's
question?
that's where we left off to here. And if you flip the signs, both the eyes upside down, it looks like a top hat. A top hat. Me and Rocco, we got that. They contain mercury back in the day. I don't know if they still contain it, but those would drive people mad, insane. It's like a channeling device.
Wow.
So there's an entity, Rocco. I think you said, don't remember if you said it was Mercury, the entity himself.
Oh, well, there's a
that
god
version,
Mercury,
that version of him,
Roman
yes.
and Greek. Yeah,
And he wears a hat.
Yeah.
Can you confirm that, Jen?
he was the few
Yes.
gods that wore a hat. Mercury. He had a hat with wings.
Can you confirm that, Jen?
Mercury.
Yes. Mercury.
Mercury.
Mercury. We're not
Mercury.
talking, it's not your standard Buick or Ford. It's
Right.
a Mercury.
That's funny because
Oldsmobile.
Mercury, while Jen's pulling, Mercury is the planet or the god of communication, which can consider what the top hat is, like an antenna.
Or control.
Well, communication, if you got good or bad, it's
Messenger.
either that. What is it? Messenger.
Messenger.
Yeah, communication.
Yeah, it brought messages, but they had to tread lightly with this.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
So could the dark communicate through the use of Mercury?
Okay. Oh, wow.
I get a yes on that. I get a yes on that.
Yeah, immediate yes on that.
Messages were enhanced. Yes, absolutely.
Can I ask another question on that?
Yep.
Mhm.
Is the light there yin yang to it the red Mercury?
Soft yes, but yes. And it goes east. Again. Yes. And east.
Yeah, I
again.
get a strong yes on the red Mercury.
Okay. Is there questions in the chat? I don't know.
There is.
I haven't.
First one I saw was Tanya's at
Okay.
1:30 your time, Jay. 12:30 Nadia's time. And
Wow.
it's whalefish in the physical connect to the Dark Knight satellite, who is Dark Knight monitoring, possibly the dragon.
Okay. Yes, to the red Mercury as well. There's your strength card. There's your Ace of Cups. I think one can absolutely destroy the other, though.
Mm.
Yes. Cancel out X and O.
Yeah.
Or T and X, whatever
Yeah.
it was.
E.
That's
You get an E. You get an E.
E for effort.
Only if you fling it far enough.
Yeah, E is actually the highest frequency. E. Highest frequency. I'm an
All
excellent
right.
driver. Excellent driver. Okay.
Is that Gollum?
No, that's Rain Man.
Rain Man.
Oh. No, I was looking at the picture on the top.
Oh,
Oh.
precious.
The shadow.
Pangea.
My precious.
Is Pangea a fallen angel or dragon?
Look at the outline. Just look at the outline. It
Okay.
resembles. There's wings. There's the beak. There's the You could say it's an angel of some sort.
Okay.
If you turn it around, the way it's turned on with the gray color, it resembles a dragon. So it's Pangea. This is what they gave us. This is what they told us Earth was before it was separated, right? So they gave us this idea that Pangea, even though they didn't say it directly, but subconsciously they injected this in our brains that Pangea looks like a fallen dragon, or a fallen angel or dragon.
Okay.
So, this pretty much to take away from the whale, because the whale is the correct map. So this is what they gave us. They gave us the
Okay,
bullshit.
so this is taking our whale away and giving us this.
Yes.
Okay.
So I just wanted to throw that out.
All right.
Wait, who did that? This was originally what Pangea was before the whale, right?
No, this is what they
No,
told
this
us.
is after the whale.
This is what they told us.
They told us that it
This
was
is
like
what
that.
they fed
Okay.
us. This is what they fed us. The BS they fed us in school and on the internet. This is okay, boom. But
See,
then,
because that lion dragon on the bottom is good fortune.
that okay.
The Chinese
I was
dragon.
just looking for a random dragon. So
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yes. So this is they gave this to us quite quickly for all generations to come to be blindfolded.
Okay.
So yes, on wow. Okay. I'm just gonna tell y'all not to look at the screen.
Not to look at the screen?
Not to look at the screen. Okay, so fallen angel, there's your death card.
There you
Yeah,
go.
lost it. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, not for them not to look at the screen. They both
Yeah,
got
they
us.
don't want the Toth card. Just saying. Okay.
I thought I wasn't going to look at the screen.
I need a straw, spit wad.
Okie dokie, that's interesting. We have changed timelines. We were never meant to find this map. We were never meant to study this. We changed timelines of so we're with the divine. We changed timelines, went into a different density so we could see it.
So we can see this or not see this.
To see the connections and really understand what our whale map really means and where we come from, instead of this, the Pangea. That was a turning point. I think if we would, how we talk about we would have stayed on the same timeline and the bad Revelation book would have come in.
Yeah.
We switched it. If we would have stayed on this and kept understanding all the negative stuff, we would have stayed on that timeline. We would have never even looked at the whale.
Interesting.
Uh-oh, someone has snacks and didn't give it to us. I've heard it.
This is so I don't hack.
That's twice, no snacks. I'm just saying.
I brought
Is that a mothball?
It's a butterfly yo-yo. Ooh.
Oh.
So, all right. So if we were not ever supposed to see this map, That would explain why North America is mirrored to the other parts of the country. Like how everybody says Israel is here and Egypt
And
is
it's just like the Grand Canyon is got Egypt all through it
yeah.
and how it flip flops.
So it's not that this was all connected and we walked across and made our own Egypt or whatever. It's just a mirror.
We are the mirror.
We
Yeah,
are the mirror.
we are the mirror.
Is that good and bad mirror? Like is one reflection of good and the other is of bad, of dark?
I think what we're doing in that Pangea mind, it's all still very dark and negative, but we're changing it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Okay, so that's it. I'm
We
about
are
to
the
close it.
1,000 points
I'm
of
about to
light.
close it with this. So back in the day, in the ancient time, Dagon, the
uh-huh.
fish guy. This is how they depicted Dagon. But you see, if you look at him, he looks like a typical drunk uncle of making a fool of himself, harmless. Something tells me that's not the way he was, the way he looked. It's more like a serpent dragon, like the ones you see there in the drawings. Is this correct? Is this the real Dagon?
This is the real date.
Yeah, I get a yes. More along the lines of Sleestack and Creature of the Black Lagoon combined.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's the images they're showing me.
I think it's different in the timelines also, Jen. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Can we say, you know how they talked about underground humans being hybrid? Was this the what hybrid started off as maybe in Lemurian Atlantean times? They tried to hybrid humanization.
Well, you could take it back to DHP's thing about Cetus because that looks like a hybrid.
Yeah.
That looked like a model for the first platypus, and they changed their mind.
See, I almost felt that the dragon and the whale were like Siamese. They were connected. I don't, like I said before, but like literally connected. It feels like
The
there's
yin and the
something
yang.
connecting in my belly to them, that they're stuck with each other. They're not really separate, but they're two.
DHP, you have a yes to the Dagon thing. Okay, there's your yes. The strength card comes back in, but there's still something. Well, these are, pictures that we look at and are man-made drawn. There's something missing.
Right.
Something's left out. So he's not quite that, but in general, yes. There's more to him.
Okay.
I'm going with Sleestack. I'm telling you, Sleestack.
Question.
Mhm.
Okay, there's a author named, I don't know if you guys are familiar with H.P. Lovecraft. His books are not just books; they're literally portals. I mean, portals of the dark. He pretty much every time he creates a book, he brings entities back. That's what his work is known for.
Oh, great.
And he wrote about this entity just recently in 2004 or around it, and they also made a movie out of this. So, because movies and books are portals, did they create a portal where he came back? Is he back? Pretty much.
Yes.
Ooh.
It was. It wasn't like bang, but it was. Yes. It feels like it's. When you say portal, I keep seeing boom, boom, boom portal, not just one. It feels like multiples.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm looking at that one on the bottom. That's the one I'm seeing. Who has an intelligence too?
Oh, okay. It's stair steps. You're right, Rocco. This had to happen through the words. The more people read the book, he had to go through multiple densities.
Yeah.
Okay, so it starts out with a little baby page of swords. So as when people started to read, they open one. More people start to read the stair steps. That's the Knight of Swords.
Yeah.
Another one opens, and then you get to the Ace of Swords, and then it finally opened. So yeah.
Okay, so it was in that movie. What was it called? Hellboy and The Shape of Water. Was that also a portal bringing it in?
Oh, that actually looks like this one. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, like that image, yeah. You're onto something. It feels like it's a yes, small yes, but I'm wondering if that's spanned over different. It's different for each portal.
And,
I don't know.
and also Aquaman.
Yeah, they come in quite quickly, all of these characters, to cause chaos and conflict. They keep going back. I had to pull 3 cards. Spirit says you need to pull 3 cards on this Dagon so people don't freak out. And I went, okay. And they said, you all need to know that you're divinely protected. The creator, the sun, and the angels, everything. We are okay. Where it's not like this is a threat to us. We should not be worried.
No, worried. Me?
Nah. Not us.
Who's worried?
Okay, is he connected to Leviathan? That's question. That's it.
Okay.
What's connected? This guy?
This guy?
Is he Dagon, Leviathan, Dagon?
Okay,
They one
same
and the same.
thing.
Leviathan.
Yes, they're showing me the Bible, Leviathan of the Bible. There's like, okay, there's a little wall, and then there's another Bible. Take that for what it is. I don't understand. Maybe it's 2. Is it twins? Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Balance.
Balance.
The yin and the yang.
Yeah.
Dark and the light.
Maybe
Balance.
consciously, or subconsciously.
Okay,
Good and the
so they're one and the same, but there was a transition somewhere. So it's like one holds the spirit of the other.
Yeah, consciousness. Yes.
Okay, so the Ace of Wands, there's your dragon. That's a huge yes. And then, okay, they're doing this on purpose just to get a rise out of you. The transition happened. The death.
You guys should be dried mouth right now.
But death, it can mean a physical death, but it generally means it transitioned into something. So one turned into the other, or they share the same spirit. There's a connection there.
Yeah, it's the
mine
consciousness.
feels like it's belly. I don't know why belly.
I'm getting this.
It's like they're tied. That's why I keep saying Siamese twins. It's like this belly connection. That's what I feel pulling. That's
okay. Well, look at this picture. Look at the 2 dragons on her shoulder. They go hand in hand. They're twins.
okay.
But
Hey,
same.
Jen, while you were holding your head, I was doing this. It's like it's connected.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
funny. That's so funny.
Right. So yeah, this connects to the well because, like I said, fish got well. Okay, boom, there you go, and
Yeah.
connects all of it. Parading the victory. Was the stick on the head on the stick? Victory. So yeah, it goes back to the whale, back to the fish. There we go.
Yeah.
All of it. Okay, that's it.
Wow.
So,
How's, if I may ask, how's your time, DHP, Jen? How are you guys?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Did we have questions in the chat?
Yeah, but
Did we?
you bypassed them.
Let me go hunt.
all right, you can take this off.
1:30 is the first one that I saw from Tanya. Your time.
1:30.
All right.
12:30 for Nadia.
Oh,
So
that's right.
guys, this is where I let you guys go.
Okay.
Got to roll. Okay.
Well, obviously, we're not done
No.
with this.
This is
I
bad.
just said
You
he
guys-
doesn't want to answer questions.
No,
He
this
doesn't
is-
want to be on
this
our
is
side.
This is you.
Uh-uh.
What?
We have to tie him here. He has to answer every one of them.
Questions? What are they?
He's
What's my
getting there.
Let's
He's
listen.
getting there.
What am I supposed to say? A bird flew by. What is the message? What am I supposed to say to that?
Hey, birds are spiritual messages.
Yes,
know,
yes,
but I'm
they
just-
are. They're more spiritual than a top hat.
You need to buy
It's
a
all
parrot.
right. But
Yes.
well, before you go, DHP,
Sarah, what? Whoa, easy. Whoa.
obviously we did not finish anything. So are we going to continue if you'd like?
I mean, what is there to discuss? We did pretty much most of it.
You need to bring the glue so we could put the puzzle together.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay,
tell
but
Dan will
that's
probably keep
you
diving off
guys.
into things.
See,
Yeah.
look, I brought the project together.
Okay,
You
so what he
guys
did,
come
he
up with
brought the
questions.
jigsaw
That's-
puzzle, dumped it in the floor, and said,
You
"Have fun."
guys,
Okay,
It was a
Well, isn't that what the
Brazilian
parents
amount of
used to
puzzle
do?
pieces.
Ping pong, gnip. Okay.
I mean, listen, if you guys want to do another show where we just go with questions, questions,
Yeah, questions
Yeah,
might be.
That's
Okay.
Friday, I think.
just wrap it up.
Yeah, Friday's good for the questions.
Okay, sounds good to me.
okay. I see a couple of these, but because I got kicked out, I lost what I had before. Mine goes back as far as 143.
Okay, do you want King to read it or
Yeah, he can read them.
Go ahead, King.
Okay, hang on. Let me go back up there.
I have a couple starred with 152, 153.
Okay, so 12:30, I see it. It's from Tanya Lene.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's something before that, I can't see it.
All right, let me go
Um,
see if
almost
Schneider's
there.
not frozen.
Guys, I'll see you in the chat.
All right.
Okay.
All righty.
All right,
Love you,
DHP. Thank you, my
DHP.
friend. Love
You
you.
guys,
Bye.
bye.
Gee, I hope he has questions.
He's gonna go in the chat and then
It's
ask questions.
another hour. Yeah,
All
there's another hour there.
No, wow. I don't know
Okay,
how
you
much
got it-
longer.
you
My
got it
hotspot
highlighted.
is blinking, so I
Is
need
it on
to-
red? I'm putting a little blue.
I'm gonna make sure that once it gets
let's
hot, it'll kick it
see.
off. So
Okay, Tanya, go ahead.
Hang on. I'm almost there. 10:30, 10:30, at 10:36, 35,
Do I hear 37? 37 going once.
33,
30. Oh, we're done.
30. Here we go. Whale
I
fish
like this
in the
auction.
physical connect to the Dark Knight satellite.
Oh, yeah.
And
we
who
actually talked
is
about
Dark Knight monitoring? That's the first question.
that. Yeah, we did that the first show. It's definitely a connection.
But who are they monitoring?
It just feels like its eyes, the material, its eyes, it sees. That's all I keep getting from that. We haven't
okay.
dove it much further, but the material is
What
eyes.
happened?
Now,
I was shuffling and a card flew out and goes, "Thirp."
It's the eye.
Nice.
the eyes.
Yeah.
They're
It
watching
sees.
us.
Is it off-worlders though, or is it who's
Is
controlling
the
the
Dark
Knight?
Knight monitoring the dragon?
Hmm.
Yeah, I get a yes on that one. It's just seeing. Okay.
I get it.
Okay. It has an angelic signature to me. But this almost seems like purpose. This is what it does. This is its job. Well, there may be consciousness and there may be technology. They're separate.
I think they're spotting the dark over
Okay.
the light. So if you're lit, that you're okay.
So watching the dragon, yes, there's an ace.
Well,
So it has a there's a duality to it.
Yeah.
This is the
Agreed.
contracted from the divine. So they're watching the physical, the spiritual, they're watching everything.
Okay.
It sees. It's almost like okay, let's say you have a thought.
Mm,
It sees that.
it monitors it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not just physical sight. It's
Intention.
yes.
You did not use that word, Jen. You
I
chicken.
did. I did. No one caught it. Go back
That
and
would
watch.
be a great thing if we say
Yeah.
intention.
Something to
It's
reflect
Schneider.
Did you say it the way you were going to say it?
Squeak it.
I don't remember. I'll have to go back and watch my own show.
Intensive.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. That was a different timeline,
Okay.
Jen.
are we ready for the next one?
Let me
Yeah.
get.
Tanya again. Yin Yang is also 3D via the rep of Tesla's 369 representation of Tesla's 369. White circle 1D, dark circle 2D. Combined looks like yin yang equals 3D. So whale and yin yang tied to Tesla's 369.
Yes. In fact, I think there was a slide on that too. Yeah, we did I did get a 369, and I think DHP wrote Tesla question mark. I can only say yes to what you're throwing out there. Schneider, check.
Schneider boy.
Chicken's frozen outside, right?
Oh wait, he's got more than
Wait.
one chicken.
No, we're not taking them all.
What's that in the basket behind you? I see it on your shoulder. It's yellow. Look, yeah, I see it.
Well, he's a good boy. He doesn't look up there.
Yeah, that's all I can give you on that, Tanya, unfortunately. I'm not no images. I'm starting to get tired too.
Okay, there is a connection. There's some kind of quantum connection,
Ooh,
which would make sense.
I'm not sure where the 3 fits in, but I think I'm getting like the outside, the circle.
That would make a lot of sense.
I agree
and
with
then
that.
the 6-9 on the inside.
Yeah, when they gave me another thought of it, okay, you see the 36 pieces on the outside. They were showing me that those all like they sprang and they're like circles run circles, just like if you've ever seen like a gyroscope, it has circles
Yeah,
run.
yeah.
Now take 36 of them and just keep multiplying them, and they're going in all different directions.
Yeah.
But it's frequency.
Mm-hmm.
But in the angel's realm, it's also like I see them walking on them. I don't know how to explain that. The angels can walk on this frequency. I don't know. Like I said, I'm throwing it out there. That's what I saw.
Are you flowing?
I
Or
can't comprehend.
They just told me to grab my other deck and look at the base card when you said that. And I'm like, what does that have to do with it? And then I realized sometimes I don't pay attention to the details. Look at the frequency, and there's an angel wing on this horse.
Uh-huh.
But
Oh, I see that.
they
Can you put
pick
that up again?
Yeah, I think they pick up on our energy. What do they do with it though?
Oh, wow.
Words record is that part of our Akashic records.
All right, I have to see that card one more time
Okay.
because I see
getting
something
DNA.
above
Me
it.
too.
Okay,
Wait,
if you
there's
see
more.
its foot where that is, look
Uh-huh.
above the sword. It like spreads it out,
I see.
Yeah.
What you mean.
amplifies it.
Okay, so swords and tarot mean your thoughts, your words, your ideas, messages.
Yeah.
So do they take that our frequency? I'm trying to put the pieces together, but this card is important to them.
That might tie in the Tesla 369, past, present, future. And I mentioned before that angels see that, but they're also seeing possibilities. So I'm wondering if the 369 has to do with multiplying the possibilities of the energy or something.
Okay.
Tying in with
It
what
amplifies
Nadia's
it.
saying. Yeah, or amplifying it.
Okay. So look at the next one. I wonder if they use that to help us break out of this matrix.
Yes.
Yeah, I get a
Does that
strong
make
yes.
sense?
Is
Yes.
that
Because if you look at this, because this is my hoodwinked card, and I'm not trying to get you to look up her bum, but if you look at this, it's like a grid.
could
and
you
it's
forward
like
me
the
that
main-
card? Just kidding.
So wow, if they
Along
use
with the
it to
hoe.
pierce the matrix, they
Yes.
use that.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. Just a yes or no from you guys. You don't have to pull cards on it. Those frequencies.
Mhm.
Is it kind of like a piano to them? I don't know. They're showing, like I said,
Like
they
there's
show
a
me them
melody
walking.
to it.
Yeah, they show me them
Frequency.
walking on the frequencies, but they just showed me a piano keyboard. Is there something to the piano and that frequencies?
Wow.
I don't know. I'm getting tired. I don't know. But I didn't understand the image.
Okay, I just do what I'm told. They said
It's
split the deck.
13th harmony or something like that. It's a higher harmony.
Or maybe that talks about your amplification. Maybe
It's a higher. You remember how in Jerusalem, you writing around the wall
And the
had
mosque, remember?
around the mosque had multi layers. Here's me saying wall. Oh my God, they're gonna kill me. But no, around the mosque. I meant to say around the mosque. It had multi layers, Jay. But then that multi layer went to that higher layer.
Okay.
Yep.
You have to
It
remind
They're
me.
all
goes,
connected.
that goes straight to the creator.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So
and,
it's a tattletale.
can
It's
I have a
tattletale.
yes or no, Jen? Can I have a yes or no?
Yeah.
I know you guys are going to kill me on this one, but is it also connected to the Fibonacci numbers?
I actually am going to say yes to that off the top of my head because it feels like, all right, you see, like I said, they show me this round thing, but there's patterns with inside.
Yeah,
So-
it's a box with
Yeah,
a
it's a yes.
circle within a triangle.
Yeah,
It's
straight
like
yes.
all universal.
Well, that's just it. DHP's box, don't forget, circle, square, box, X. We're looking at it at a 2D dimension, but yet this frequency is going to help us see it in
Yeah, it's part of
4 more.
yeah, but that's why I'm trying to say it's part of a sacred geometry. They manipulated it, but it is part of sacred geometry.
Yes, they go to, it is a part of it. It is a part of it. We just can't see all the connections because that's about secrets beyond the veil.
Right.
But we're getting there. In our future, there's a frequency around the ship if you can't see it.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. We're putting the pieces together, but there is a connection. Just keep going. The base card's the victory card. We'll get there.
I just want to say, I don't want people to be confused with the sacred geometry through the symbols. Sacred geometry means something totally different to that angelic world than our world, if that makes sense. Okay, they're pushing that.
I don't know what symbols. All I know.
Well, with sacred geometry, there's symbols. Like you were saying, sacred geometry.
Yeah.
It's different
It's
for
different
them.
than what?
That's what I was saying. Don't tie
In the angelic
physical-
realm?
Yes, don't tie our symbols. That's what we consider. What they consider sacred geometry is totally different. But yes, you're right. It's on both ends, but it really applies to them. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, and they're yeah, she gets it. Okay. Yeah, I hope you do because they're forcing this.
Well, I mean, it goes ding ding. Every piece of my hair goes up, so I guess I'm getting it.
All right.
I
couple
believe the
more.
next question you have starred. at
Okay.
10:52,
Let me
1:52
grab it.
time.
And if you have to go, we'll finish.
I'm
them up
going to
the
do
next
about
show.
10 more minutes. So
Okay.
we'll go ahead and I hope they're not still adding questions.
Oh yeah, should we
Yeah,
take that?
close the questions.
Random thought. Is the center of the map a birth canal? Can't get it out of my head. The voice is
Asking,
making me ask.
asking for one of my invisible
Is
friends. I
the
like it.
center of the map center of the whale? The map of the
Yeah.
whale?
Yeah.
Map of the
Well,
whale.
that's what we got as a male's heart, but I'm going
We
east.
got the
Pointing
heart.
east. Yeah. It's pointing east, but I mean, isn't the heart what leads to birth in most cases? So I don't want to say she's wrong, but I'm pointing east. I think she's just tying it in.
See,
seeing
I
it
was
from her
thinking the
perspective.
Gulf of
I mean,
Mexico would be
Love
the
is birth. Love is birthing love, something like that. I'm not sure. Keeps going east.
There's
East.
something about the flow. What's
The
Yeah.
good
flow?
fall.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, it's
Oh shoot! Wow. Okay, so you remember how I mentioned on the whale that the Gulf of Mexico,
yeah, heart's
the
a portal.
canal excretion, in that area, I believe that Atlantis is there also. I wonder if it has something to do with that.
That feels Middle Earth, but I think you're right. It feels down. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Keeps pointing to east for her. Keeps doing it. I can't get past it.
Sorry, Spirit trying to answer both questions. Okay,
Hey,
hold
Paul
on.
needs attention.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, Paul
All right,
needs
so Tanya's question, there's something about flow here. There's something about from the heart. That's what creates a family. I think that's what you
Portal,
meant,
yeah.
Rocco.
Portal.
You
Okay.
know, I'm getting a very strong Madrid fault line going from the
West to the east.
from the Caribbean to the Hudson
From
Bay.
the shores of Montezuma. Sorry. I'm trying to stay awake. My brain is just tired.
Something to rebirth Atlantis.
Maybe, yeah, or connect, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yep.
rebirth Atlantis. Yeah.
Doesn't she's topping on something, and this is like prior, but yet now at the same time, not present, but it's like future and past at the same time. Do you get that?
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
not
Yeah,
present,
we want to keep
past,
thinking
future.
linear when it's not
Well,
linear.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, we're talking about Atlantis, but we're also looking at the reversal of the Mississippi River. It's going opposite. So we have to have it come back out
Yeah,
all the way to the Great Lakes.
Right.
yeah. But I mean, like I said, this map has so many. I really think, like, the vibration of this map, I think everyone will perceive it in a given sense. It
Mm.
brings it back to something always. So I think that's why we're supposed, where DHP was brought to bring us out,
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Am I jerking a lot? I'm sorry.
17 has one. So would his death mean that he could do walk-ins? Is that what they mean when they say let Jesus into your heart? I think that's more of Christ consciousness myself.
Yes.
But it is let in Yeshua into your heart
He-
because
yeah.
I believe he's already in your heart.
But it's a yes.
yeah.
You are a part of. He can reincarnate, and which he has.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
11 times, I think.
Well, to me,
So some of those times can be walk-ins.
Yeah.
And I always say, you probably heard me say this, try and look with your heart. That's no difference when you let the Creator in with your heart. If you can hit that harmony, that joy, is it a Christ consciousness? Is it? I don't think the Holy Spirit, I get it's an entity, but at the same time, I think it's within us and it opens. Like I said,
Yeah.
I think that's what we're tying around here. But walk-ins,
not walking. No.
yeah.
Okay, so the Ace of Cups comes in, and the Ace of Cups is all about the heart of emotion and opening your heart up to that. Temperance is about letting that spirit come into the flesh. Does that make sense? Because that's what
Yeah.
she's doing.
Also, it's also like the shedding of the ego in order for the unconditional
Yeah.
love to come up
Yeah.
to Christ consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, he was able to do walk-ins.
Okay. Yeah, it
Well,
didn't like walk-ins for me. I don't know why. Maybe how I was perceiving it.
Well, it may be the way we asked.
What was the question that you asked, Dennis? How did you ask it?
I asked him specifically if he, in his many reincarnations, if he was he ever able to do a walk-in? And I got a yes.
Was he able ever to do a walk-in? Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I
if he's
think he had
not-
many
Does
of
not
them.
necessarily mean that he did walk-ins.
Right.
That means he was able to do it.
Able
if
to
he
do
wanted
that.
or
Yes.
maybe he walks in and brings in
Snacks.
snacks.
Well,
like
yeah, but he would
Somebody
use
has
DHP for
I'm on
that,
time.
but DHP didn't do that. So.
Jen, do you have time for one more? You got to go. It's all good.
Now I'm looking for one more, and I'm trying to see where the next one is.
Wasn't it the next one down? Oh no, it wasn't. Never mind.
I have
And
this
if we
one.
missed any, we'll go back and see them.
Yeah.
We'll try and get to them on the next show.
Yeah.
Which will be
True. Sun theorized to be inside the earth. Would that be related to the whale? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
without a
connect
doubt.
with
Yeah.
Saturn.
Here's this
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and you're right about Saturn. Yeah. Wow.
one.
Mhm.
159 years.
159. Okay.
17th letter of the alphabet.
I thought you said 159ers. I'm like, it's 49ers.
That's 159.
15.
There you go.
17th letter of the alphabet, Q, 17th book of the Bible, Esther. Depends on what order you put in. I don't go by the man-made order because we don't know what's missing. I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
We're just missing too much.
this
You're
is kind of
not
what
allowed to have one.
she's saying. I'm gonna yes, that's what she's saying. It's okay for her to see it this way. Even if it's not correct, she will figure it out. But yes, there's something to that. That always leads to something else. So, yeah, I get a yes on that. But I'm kind of adding my interpretation in there. I apologize.
Yeah, you know, I am too. As they're related.
Mm-hmm. But I do agree with Jen at the same time. But I think however she gets to whatever she needs to get to, that's doesn't matter the order. And eventually we all know. Okay.
About dropped
Lots
the
of
whole
things
deck,
on it.
but only one flipped over. And that's your
Nice.
faith.
Faith.
Keep the faith, exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good song to leave on. Stop,
Is it-
children.
is
What's
it
that
now?
sound? Everybody knows what's going now. Sorry. That's
I
the
love
big
that song. I love that song.
Who's getting it?
It better not be me.
No, it's my daughter.
Oh, it's okay. Hey,
Because
is
they're
our phone
texting me.
really
Hey.
expired? Yeah. Don't mute yourself. It's okay. I was going to say, if it's
Okay.
private, careful.
Okay.
All right. Well, Jen, if
There
you
may
got
be
it roll,
sweet nothings.
Hey,
being
call me
rolled.
back. Call me back in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I'm on live.
10 minutes. You're cutting
All right.
us. Oh my goodness. He always has time for us.
Well, I think Jen's got a roll.
I
here.
don't see anymore, and I've got to go anyway. So
Yeah. You may have company, Jen. Oh, my niece has a dentist appointment today. And it was funny because she has a pain in her tooth and it's at 2:30. 2:30.
2:30.
2:30.
Tooth.
Wow.
Wow.
2:30. All right.
All right.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah. I've got tarot class tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. King's
Dennis.
got a show, and then Friday is
King.
Picture all.
King's hosting.
King's husband.
Yep.
No, I haven't done anything with my thing. I'm trying.
Oh,
Well, you better do something with your thing.
Uh-oh.
My trying is I know it's there. Sorry. It's there.
Just don't,
He got
don't
Twinkie and
fling it.
Ho-Hos on the brain.
Just don't fling it.
Sorry.
all right. So no oracles. So I guess I'm going to let
All right.
you guys go. It was
Go.
fun.
Yeah.
It was a
Thank you all.
brain twister. I think
Now that everyone has a headache,
now that we all have
okay. It's all right. It's all
look at how
right.
red my cheeks are from thinking.
For those who had questions that we didn't get to, maybe you could write those down and put them in Friday's show.
All right, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Love you
All
guys.
right.
Love and
Love and
light.
light,
Thanks, everyone.
everybody.
Bye.
All right. It was good. Bye.
Bye.